What's happening, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Let me get a one if you can hear me. Look at everybody in the chat. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Coco Fit in the building. Miss Arbor's here. Let's see a one. Thank you, pretty goddess. I see that one up in here. Guess what, y'all? Somebody asked me to talk about Nicki Minaj, mammy ass. Listen, this is the deal, and I ain't gonna spend a whole bunch of time on this raunchy ass bitch. Well, let me get my shout outs done so we can cover plastic onion booty. All right, what's up, Scorpio? Tiger Lily here. Isabella's here. Chocolate Goddess is here. Divested Lifestyle is here. She says she's like chocolate turtles. That's what's up. Pretty Goddess is here. Witching Hour is here and up here. And she says, roast. All right. Katina's here. AMV is here. Hey, Aisha B, how are you? Sun and Flowers. Live Life. JS. Blue Lily is here. We got a lot of ladies up in this bitch. Happy Friday, y'all. Hey, Mocha, how are you? She says she finally catching it live. I'm glad you're here. NYX. Poison Kiss. Now let's get to what's real, okay? Nicki Minaj is a mammy, okay? I don't know what else you expect for this woman to say other than what she says. Let's run down the stats. Nicki Minaj always takes up for black males. Nicki Minaj is always willing to have a conversation with black males. She had a baby by somebody that's convicted of being a sexual offender. On top of that, he has multiple other children. On top of that, he's been to jail a lot of times. A lot of times. There's well over 10 mugshots out here of him. And what she said to you was, you, you are the problem, Black woman. You can dissect that if you want to. But what did y'all expect for her to say? You need to kiss Black men more. You need to kiss their asses more. They need to be coddled. They need to be walked through life as if, you know, they're not actual men. They don't need to lead you. What you need to do is lead them and make sure that they're okay. Rub them on the shoulders, make sure they have something to eat. If you don't do this, they're going to turn out to be fucked up. This is what she's going to say. Anybody that subscribes to that shit, you already know what she's going to say. To be honest with you, it sounds like I watched the interview with her and Joe Budden. I didn't. But I know what a bitch that loves Black men and will have a baby for a sex offender will say. These are all the things that they're going to say. It is somehow your fucking fault. They're willing to talk to Black men and figure out what's going on. Honey, everybody's late to the party. These Black men have not cared about you for a very long time. And the mammies know this. They're just choosing not to subscribe to something like that. Aaliyah, had you heard anything about Penguin Booty? Because I already knew what she was going to say.
Yeah, I did. I heard a little bit of it, but I really wasn't surprised. I mean, mammies always think they're saying something deep or profound, and when you get to the bottom of it, they not telling you shit that you don't already know. I mean, we know that she's not gonna say anything negative about Black men because look at who the fuck she's defended most of her life, starting with her own goddamn brother, who was over there messing with had his way with a young girl, and then moving on to somebody like Lil Wayne, who has disrespected the hell out of Black women. Her, like you said, her own husband violated a teenage girl. It never ends with her. Takashi 6ix9ine, she supported him too. He also has a victim in his past. I mean, that's what these men do. So the fact that she would come out and support these people and then turn around and say, "Well, I'm not going to be on the Black man bashing, bandwagon." Bitch, we know you're not going
She
to say
said that.
anything. Yes, that's what she was saying. She's not going to bash them. Okay, bitch, we know you're not going to say anything negative about them because you never have and you never will. As a matter of fact, you enable motherfuckers like that. So what you said was not shocking to anyone who knows you or your past or has followed your career. We know exactly what type of woman you are. So nothing she said was surprising and it wasn't deep. And she on there talking on a motherfucker platform who's also been known to put his hands on women. So
That's
you
true.
talking to another motherfucker who actually made one of his exes miscarry their own child. I
Mm,
mean, so he treats Black women like shit. He embarrassed Sid Santana on national television. So if you want to talk about the disrespect of Black women, girl, you have supported Black men who have disrespected Black women your whole entire career. That's why I said let's take that shit to Young Money. Look at Lil Wayne. Bitch, you was riding hard with them niggas. So we know
so
exactly
was.
what type of bitch you are. That's why I say not shocking, but everybody gonna support her like, oh, she putting them in check. Oh, she telling them this. Oh, Nicki Minaj don't give a fuck about no Black women. She never have.
That's a fact. That's
And
an
that bitch
absolute
don't
fact.
represent me. I don't need her saying shit for me.
Just for the fact that she brown hair, half plastic, she can't represent me. I mean, come on, sis. All you got to do is just stay over there with your little sex offender, raise your son, and shut the fuck up. Put out some music for these bobblehead bitches to like every now and then, and just go. Nobody asked you to speak for us, really. You feeling some type of way because you're starting to see the shit they say about Black women on the internet. That's what you're seeing because she's spending a lot more time on Instagram and all TikTok and all these different places, and she's seeing how they talk and she think that she could come in and stop the train. Baby, they've hated you since the big motherfucking bang. It just is what it is. Ebony.
Well, um, I say let Nikki be Nikki, let mammies be mammies, and let me be me.
Facts.
That's all I've got to say. And it's like I was saying before, if no matter what they say about us, oh, those women over there, they're worshiping white men. Come on. I mean, there are three things in this world I love the most, besides my kids: trees, whales, and hummingbirds. So if I decided to strip naked and worship those three things on earth, what of it? No, no, really, what of it?
Well,
Okay.
they are the ones that's, you can't be pointing your finger at people talking about worshiping when all you do is get on your knees and bow to the black phallus. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? That shit log STD written baby mama maker, you got me fucked up.
Well, that black phallus bows to my man.
Oops. 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 I guess you said that. Welcome, L. How are you?
Yo, yo, yo. I'm into his house and your mouth wow on this Friday. And I can't stand that fake wannabe Barbie. And I really I really started disliking her when she started supporting her um brother that's a pedophile. And when it came out that his poverty serum was found on the little girl's underwear, she still was, oh, well, maybe somebody planted it there because I'm his sister. Like, girl,
Oh
get
my
over it. He
God.
did it. He did it. He violated his girlfriend daughter. Get over it. When she did that, and then she turned around and married that R wordist and had a
Hmm.
baby by him, because she didn't just have a baby by him; she actually married him. It was just the dumbest shit ever she could have
Yeah,
ever did.
just give him everything. I mean, just hand it over to him.
Yes. So when she did that, and then the way how she always is, trying to stick up for these black males, like I said, she talking to Joe. Joe can't stand women, and he
Period.
likes men that have the same thing he has. And everybody is in denial about it. So why you trying to talk to him when he got a history of physically and emotionally and mentally abusing? Well, he never do no black women because he don't date them, but just other women. He has a history of that, a well documented history. And you
He knows
on
that.
with him talking about you love him and you care about him and you like I just can't. I can't with just all the cognitive dissonance and the trying to see good in people that's clearly not there. I just can't do it.
Well, they're of the opinion that they can fix motherfuckers, and it's not going to happen. You and all your plastic and all your albums and all your notoriety and your mega stardom, that ain't enough to fix what you trying to fix. That shit is irreparably broken, and to take on that task of trying to fix it makes you a stupid ass bitch. It just is what it is.
I have
Which
a question.
what's that?
Okay. So, so this is a shaming tactic, right? They're trying to, the mammies are trying to shame other black women into not bashing them, speak life into them, yada, yada, yada. Okay. I say this. Black men cannot be shamed because they have no conscience. Okay. But divested women can't be shamed either because we don't care.
Yeah.
We just don't care. You can do whatever you like. I mean, I wonder when she dies, will her corpse disintegrate because there's so much plastic there? I'm just wondering.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Which an hour? What you got before I get off this plastic woman and her job that she know she's not going to be able to complete. She knows this shit. She just acting stupid. What's up with an hour?
Honey, like the fact that there are women still following Nicki Minaj after she came out with this man and he had a history of not only murder and violence, but sexually assaulting underage little girls.
Well,
I
that's
remember
not
I
that
was
that
literally praying for
that's
such
literally
a
not
boy.
a canceling. They won't cancel them
It's
for
not.
that. They can
It's
kill
not.
you. They can't be canceled. They're uncancelable. Period.
Girl, if a black man today in this day and who's a popular black man? The dude who was
Oh,
in,
I don't know.
that hard R movie with the African chick going on, and he was supposed to be against him.
I have no idea who's a
He was a
poppin'
fighter.
black man.
Okay, we just gonna leave it at that. He was a fighter in a movie, and a lot of bitches love him. And he can come out today and say, "Bitches, guess what? I fuck dolphins, and you can never compare to me, and you can never compare to a fucking dolphin." And you will literally dead ass have bitches out here like, my pussy is wetter than a dolphin. My
Yeah.
pussy look better than a dolphin. My pussy right here, right now, in this day and age, can't even compare to a dolphin. The
I
fact
wish
that
I
I
wish
know
you was
for a
making
fact,
that up.
Michael B. Jordan, thank you, Stephanie. Michael B. Jordan can dead ass come out here today and be like, I fuck animals, and you will have bitches out here like, my pussy is better than an animal,
Okay. You
and
Poor
I
want to talk
know
about
that.
dolphin.
Michael? You,
That part.
you, you want to talk about
That
Michael B.
part.
Jordan in that movie where he was the boxer? Okay,
He
I'll
was
go there with you for a minute.
that
Yeah,
part.
you talk about Creed. Yeah. How
Girl,
about I
that
got an
part.
unpopular opinion about that. How about he got his ass whooped by Victor Drago both times? Can we keep that real?
And guess what? Still come out here on camera and be like, a dolphin pussy ain't even compared to a human pussy, and bitches will be like, bitch, my pussy is better than a dolphin, and you would have bitches comparing themselves to dolphins, fucking animals.
Well, it's
That's the
sad.
sad part.
That's sad, and it's sad that it's happening in this day and age because this is not anything new, ladies. The black males have left the building. They have been gone for a very long time. What you are is a latrine. You're a place for them to piss. You're a place for them to lay their hat and their head. You're a mess hall because you keep telling them, "Oh, I cook this and cook that, and my meals are wonderful," and blah blah blah. You're somewhere where he can have a mom that he can fuck.
And
Let's just
fuck
keep it
dolphins.
and just keep it real. You are a place where if all else fails, he is going to land on you, and you're happily sitting there waiting. Now, this is nothing new because they've been asking this question right here since the 50s. Huh? This is a black publication. This is a black publication who they directed their messages towards black women. And on the cover in 1953, they want to know, are Japanese women better than you? This manosphere bullshit is not new.
Do Japanese men make better husbands?
DZ,
Honey,
that's actually after a thing had came out, article had came out. Two black men had actually raped a underage.
listen, hold on. You know you can't say our word up here,
Oh,
sis.
sorry. The two black males had ard a underage Japanese girl at the age of 13 or 14, and they got mad at the government for chastising them against that because they said it was racism. Right after this article.
That was
Well,
in Okinawa. That happened
well.
in Okinawa,
Yes.
Japan.
Yes, it did.
So for people to be pretending like this is something new, like the manosphere is something new, like the moms from the 80s somehow ruined the current black man, you need to stop fucking lying. They've been asking, were you worth a fuck for a lot of years? This is like, listen to me. It is 1952 when they're asking black women this because mostly black women bought Jet because, it is what it is. It's media. It's before the internet. It's before they used to direct this. They were the target audience. In
I put
1952, before Jim Crow laws were, this is over a decade before Jim Crow laws were even overturned, and they're asking, are you worth the fuck? Period. But the black community has been a hot mess. Now, this one right here is also throwing a Japanese woman in your face. But if you look at the upper right-hand corner of the Ebony magazine, you got ministers with sex appeal.
what the frickety frack?
Listen, that community is fucking trash. And the only thing they give a fuck about is keeping you in your place and fucking you. Point blank, period.
DZ.
Ma'am.
Are we going to ignore at the fact that 2022 you have Asian women on YouTube putting on fake noses and a
Listen,
whole hell of a lot of makeup to make themselves look completely different. But now you're going to tell me back in 1940s and 50s where they did not have fake noses and fake makeup, they were asking, were you better than a Japanese woman?
this is what's happening, and this is what has happened. Why? Because they know good and fucking well you're not going any goddamn where. You're not gonna go. What you're gonna do is marry a sex offender and then jump on a podcast and ask what we can do to make shit better. But anyway, let's keep scrolling down. All right. 30 fucking cents. Listen, honey bunnies in the 50s and 60s, they was throwing it all in your face, and you sitting up here letting somebody let the word bed wench bother you? Really These two right here are musicians, and what they've done is say, hey, this is what we're doing. And you sitting up here policing other women. Y'all have been policing other women for the longest, and they have been dangling this carrot in front of your face forever. Let's keep going down. Huh? Why musicians choose white wives? Listen, it's nothing has changed.
Civil
We're
rights, civil rights.
we're
Actually, I can
we're
see why they hung their asses. The 1950s, if anybody is interested on a political point of view, they that was the highest point where lynchings had actually happened, and we've already seen how desperate black men are for white women in the 2022 era where they're supposed to be the most desired.
they
So
can
you're
be
telling me
though.
back in the 19
They can be. They can be desperate for them for all the. What I'm saying is, you. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? I don't want to veer into why they're choosing other people. I don't give a fuck about why they're choosing other people, and I don't care to compare black women to other women. That's what they do. I'm asking you, why the hell are you still there? Why are you letting them shame you into opening up your options and finding better for yourself? Why are you letting people shame you for being single? What the fuck is wrong with being single as opposed to being with one of these jackasses? What the fuck is the difference? Why is it okay? Why did y'all continue to buy these publications? Y'all still subscribing to KS Samuels, right? And it's almost like you're a glutton for punishment. It's on you, Aaliyah.
There you go.
Well, I don't think I'm late to the party. I actually crashed that motherfucker a long time ago, and I haven't looked back. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. So I mean, all they did was, they kind of opened the gate and left the gate open, and I was like, shit. They fucked up when they did that with somebody like me. So they could call me a white male worshiper all they want to, but look. I like what I like. I like alpha men, real men with a real set of balls. So if that means I'm worshiping white men, so goddamn be it. So,
Oh,
like I
Bedwinch
said,
here. Bedwinch here.
oh
Bedwinch.
yes,
Okay.
oh yes, I'm a proud bed, which I
Thank you.
reclaimed that word a long time ago. I really did.
Did your great grandmama get this question answered? Because they was asking the same shit before you was even an itch in your daddy pants. They're asking, why do musicians choose white wives? Okay. They didn't even consider the fact that you would choose outside your race. It said white wives. They know you're not going nowhere. They put musicians there and didn't specify who the fuck they was talking about. It's clear they talking about black men because they know you too scared to go anywhere. You too race loyal to go anywhere. You stuck on stupid, right?
And they expect you to stay that way. That's the sad part. I don't care who Ty Roach gets. I don't care. I don't care who Davion gets. More power to Davion and whoever. But leave me the hell alone. You cannot patrol my coochie. Sorry.
Um, I'm not sorry either. The confusion is just what gets me. It just sits on my brain like they have been flaunting that they don't want you for the longest. And even if you don't want to date anybody or be with somebody non-black, put yourself first.
This
You
it
gonna
is. Women.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead. I'm
hon.
sorry.
No, it's
No,
on you.
because
Go ahead.
these women do not care. It does that they've seen all this shit. They've seen all the documentaries, they've seen all the magazine covers, they've seen the books, they've heard this shit with their own ears. These men have been shouting this shit from whatever platform, from whatever microphone they could get their hands on. They've been saying this for years now. It's no secret. These women do not care what the fuck they say about them. All you're gonna hear, if they another one could come out tomorrow and say, look, fuck all you black weave wearing bitches. I don't want nothing else to do with y'all. I want me a Becky. I want me a Maria. I want me a Ling Ling. She's more cooperative. She's more fit, feminine, and friendly. You ain't shit. It doesn't matter what the fuck. And his comment section still gonna be full of us whining and crying and complaining. Why y'all don't like us? Why y'all so mean to us? That's all they do is fucking cry all the goddamn time. You begging these niggas to love y'all and they don't. Get it in your fucking head and move on. It's
Aaliyah,
stupid.
you think you being hyperbolic? Huh, I don't think you know how true you being right now. Excuse
I
me
know.
for,
And also
excuse
another
me.
thing I hate about the term strong black women is because y'all want us to be strong, but at the same breath, you call us aggressive, masculine, not delicate. How are we supposed to be soft when we have to be strong all the time? How are we supposed to be delicate when we can't be fragile because y'all won't take care of us? We don't have the privilege of being fragile in the world that literally hates us. And then you want us to be strong black women. And when you're strong, you call us aggressive. How are you supposed to be strong and not be aggressive?
Wow,
Listen,
she was not
Just
hyperbolic, man.
just
I
crying.
told
Just
you
just
all that
crying.
fucking crying ain't gonna get. Why are you still asking them that? Let me answer you, sis. It's because it's a dog eating its ass. They know good and goddamn well that if they could keep putting these targets up there, that you're gonna try to hit the bullseye, knowing full fucking well that you're not gonna be able to hit it, but you still stupid enough to chase it. Your tears don't matter to them. Why is this still a question? I thought it was funny that she sit up there crying, asking why they don't take care of us, why they don't love us, why would hey, because they never have. She wasn't born when that magazine cover behind her was out. Why is this still a question?
Amen.
Why don't they love us?
Don't
We love y'all. Why? Why? Why y'all so mean? They just won't protect us. They won't do anything. Forget the fact that we need protection from them.
Man,
I'm sorry. I
lipstick. Lipstick asked who was that on the panel trying to, blame the preferences and said, listen, I am not even with that shit. I don't care what they do. They can put a bozo nose on their goddamn face. It is what it is. But I tell you like this, nobody gives a fuck, especially over on this side of town. Nobody gives a fuck. The preferences can do whatever the fuck they want to do. My question is this: why do you care? How long are you gonna beg? You not tired yet? Have you done any research at all about what's been going on since before you were born? Baby, this is not a battle that you could win. And furthermore, why the fuck do you want to fight that battle? What's
DZ, may I
wrong with
cry?
you? Yes.
Black men, why won't you go away? Why won't you leave us alone? Get
Honey,
your mammies, go away.
child.
I can't stand you.
Miss Helena, welcome to the panel. What you got, babe? If you're still there, Miss
Hi,
Helena.
hi.
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How you doing?
Awesome. You know it. What's up?
So I want to support the black woman that called the police on Ryan Coogler when his dusty fuzzy murder hornet ass ran up in the Wells Fargo with a note, looking like every cartoon bank robber that I've ever seen, with sunglasses, a mask, and a hat. Who does that?
See, what they gonna do is blame the system. You got some background noise, babe. What they're gonna do is blame the system, and the fact of the matter is, he does look like a typical bank robber to me. There, I said it. If you upset Ryan, what you probably need to do is talk to your brothers, your fellow brothers, your fellow Dusties, and tell them to stop being the motherfuckers that's sending notes across goddamn, especially in Atlanta. Are you fucking serious? He
But
might as
y'all
well
don't
have
see
stamped
stunt,
bank robber on his forehead.
right? Y'all don't see stunt when y'all don't smell stunt. I mean, he is looking for some kind of sympathy. They always try to manufacture these scenarios where they get this public sympathy. And he says that he went to the bank because he wanted to pay an employee $10,000 in cash. You are a man of, you're one of these high value men. Why the hell? That's what assistants are for. I mean,
Look,
in order to avoid any kind of confusion, normally what people who are saying, what you do is you call ahead for that amount, and you don't do that kind of thing at the bank window. Like, he knew what he was doing. That's just my opinion.
They love
well,
they love it. They want attention. Jesse Smollett loved attention, and has got his ass in jail.
150 days. Hello. Okay. What they don't want to talk about, how about this part with the Ryan Coogler situation? You saw how you didn't fight and it went smooth? How about that part? How about you didn't resist arrest and it went smooth? You answered the questions and they let you go. Why don't y'all try that? It worked this time, and it's debunking the fact that they can't, that they're always brutalized by the cops. So if a motherfucker with a badge and a gun asks you a question, answer the shit, don't get animated, and you won't have to have your mammies out here stomping the yard looking like some goddamn AKAs and shit trying to get you up out of jail.
But I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. If you work in finance at all, you know that fraud is part of the game.
Yep.
So why would you go there looking the way you look? Why would you go there intentionally looking like a bank robber? And then the part that got me was when he was arrested, he was talking a gang of shit. When you Google me, you're gonna see it. You're in for a bad day.
You done fucked that down.
I mean, he's like, just insufferable.
Yeah, that's just how they are. That's just how they are. Thank you, Princess A. I appreciate you and I love you back. Welcome to the panel, Shane. How are you?
I'm good. I just got here, so I missed the first part. So I'm just gonna chill for a second.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Let's see what else I got on this slide, because the 50s is telling you you're late to the fucking party. These men divested on your ass and they put their women in your face, and you didn't have a movement back then. You were still talking in secret. You were still trying to make them think they number one and Kangs and chocolate and big dick and all this extra shit. They oppressed and all that. When they just throwing it in your face that they divested a long time ago. They just didn't call it that. Right? This one
What
right
year
here.
was this one, DZ?
This
The
one
yellow
right,
one?
this one right here was 1953.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you know what's crazy about it? All of these were made before everybody on a panel and in a chat was born.
Period. Okay. This particular one was made before my motherfucking mama was born. Okay.
I'm telling you, because my mama wasn't born until 65.
Okay. I'm like, what are y'all waiting on? And speaking of mama, my mom had the hugest crush on this motherfucker right here. Okay. She thought he
Who
was
is
a
him?
girl. I don't remember this motherfucker's name. I really don't. But listen,
He looks, he
Oh,
looks like a damn Care Bear.
oh, okay. It's coming to me. Y'all know I be knowing a whole bunch of shit. It's coming to
That's
me. It'll come to me in a minute.
that's the lady from Cagney and Lacey. That
That's
TV
Yep.
Tyne
show that used
Daly.
to come on
Yeah.
back in the 80s. I knew
Yeah.
back then
That
she was
her
married to
name is Tyne Daly.
Tyne Daly, right?
I can't. His name coming to. It's gonna come to me in a minute.
Oh, girl. Every time he showed his face, ain't he handsome?
He
And I'm
looks like
Oh
a
talking,
no,
damn Care Bear.
ain't
nope.
he?
Not a Care Bear.
He looks like a damn Care Bear. I'm sorry.
They wasn't bullshitting with y'all. That was 1979. Let's go some more. Y'all are late to this party, hunty. This fat face nigga say, I want to be able to have her live in the same area I do. God damn it. They went to court for it. Mixed couple who won U.S. open housing case. They been fighting. They was fighting. They just wasn't fighting for you. Huh? You got your question answered. They were not fighting for you. They weren't, were they more oppressed back then than now? I would venture out to say, yeah. But they fought for what they wanted.
He looks
So,
like a boulder with eyes.
girl,
A
that's
What
a
year
big,
is it?
a big old rock with eyes.
this looks like July 4th, 1958 or 68. I don't know, that picture's bad.
Okay.
But
Okay.
he was fighting to get it done. I'd say 68. He
I mean, can
wanted
we just keep it real? Some of these men look like they just moved on. They divested because they had no choice. Because what? Who wanted to be seen with something that looked like that?
That
He
is
had no
Southern
choice.
fried ugly. Southern
Yes,
fried ugly.
like he had no choice but to go and we helped him to divest because we didn't want to be seen with him. And
But
I
check it
think
out though, Aaliyah. I'm telling you, there is a mammy that would have gave him a little bit of split. I'm telling you, because I've seen, I'm telling you, because I've seen them. These motherfuckers be smacked. Look like somebody took a baseball bat and cracked their fucking mouth open, and they be having a woman with them, dead ass serious.
I guess you're right about that, but I just, oh my God.
Maybe
Oh,
this is why the black community will accept an interracial pairing with a black man and not with a black woman. Because here, I mean, this is just Jet. This is just one magazine.
Thank
And
you.
and you're seeing it everywhere. And it's like you were conditioned to accept that of black men, but you better not do it.
Hmm.
I don't know.
They put it right in your face. So what's the resistance? You said that they were oppressed, so therefore they couldn't fight, but they've been fighting for what they wanted since the 1800s. And what they wanted was not you, it was anything but you. Tell me why your self-esteem so low. Tell me why when somebody tell you you ain't worth the fuck, you don't say, okay, I agree, and then go do your own thing. You ain't got to fight with them. You don't have to, because nothing you say is going to work. It's just going to make your situation a lot more pathetic than what it was to begin with. So if you got receipts on how they've never wanted you, what you waiting on?
And I'm sorry, I would hop over 100 black dudes just to get to one Chris Evans. I'm sorry.
Boom, boom. I twist
May
my
I
damn
Okay.
interject?
ankle. Yes.
And what this also proves too is they must not have had their asses beat or lynched that much for them to be doing this shit before it was even legalized. This is why it makes me believe that they are lying about how much shit they went through back then. I'm not saying none of that shit happened, but I think that they over exaggerated something. Because if you're so fucking scared of being lynched every 5 minutes, every time you walked out of your house, but you were up here laying up with trying to get with these women that would have caused you to be lynched before it was even legalized, either you just didn't give a damn or it must not have been that damn bad back then.
They still
good
falling
point.
for the okey doke. These black women are still falling for the okey doke. Whenever it's time for the dusties to do what they want to do, it's freedom. It's this is a free country. This is that. But when it's time for you to leave, we start calling folks Mr. Charlie and the white man and all this extra shit. And then we all of a sudden have to have a history lesson on what happened to you in the past. You don't see the bait and switch? You don't see that? Or is it that you just don't want to see it? You remedial ass bitch, you.
Okay, I want to change my answer. I would jump over 1,000 black dudes to get to one Chris Evans. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the panel, Nissy. How are you?
I'm good, DZ. How are you guys? How is
Great.
everybody on the panel today?
We're awesome. What you got, babe?
So, a couple things I wanted to say and add to the thing is about
She's
mammies.
muffled, Z.
Yeah,
She's
you're
muffled.
every time I say somebody's muffled, somebody in the comments say, I can hear, we can hear. So I just didn't say nothing. But yeah, you sound like you in a tunnel to me and to a couple of other people, Nissy.
Or like she covering up her mouth with the phone or covering up the speaker.
It might be some headset thing. Talk again, Nissy.
Well,
Let's hear what you sound like.
I have a separate mic. Is it still muffled?
Yeah, it sounds a little muffled. Just try speaking up then, since it's gonna sound like that.
Okay. So, what I wanted to say was, as far as mammies are concerned, a lot of mammies, they try to, in one breath, stick up for black women, say, well, we deserve respect, we deserve love, we deserve for black men to treat us right. But in the second breath, they want to say, men, these black men, we need you, we love you, you are our kings. Black men are not going to listen to that stuff. As soon as you say that, you have erased anything else from their mind, and they know that they got you. They don't
Yeah.
care. They are just going to be like, okay, well, we got you. The thing is, mammies need to understand that even if you think the any of these makers is intelligent, I mean, or it's dumb, the dumbest one, they know what's going on in your mind. They know that you are going to accept them. They know that all they have to do is figure out exactly what it is that you are going to respond to. And they're going to try every little thing in the book. They're going to try.
See, but the thing is, though, Nissy, they're falling for it. They all are not that dumb. They see that shit. There's no way that they can. People have explained this shit 6 ways from Sunday, and for some reason, they keep just like knocking it out of their face and coming back and saying some stupid shit about black children, the white man. It's everything else, but they don't stick to the subject as to why in the fuck is it okay for him to do it, but it's not okay for you to do it. There's racism when you do it. When he does it, it's a preference. I don't know. They don't let you get away with that type of hypocrisy on any other subject. Mammies are good at trying to point out hypocrisy, but this time they can't see it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% because I have in the past talked to guys before I divested who would say, well, yeah, that's just a preference. But yeah, in the next breath, of course, no, you can't do it because you are a bed wench. And it's
See,
like,
here's
well,
the deal. Nobody's asking them. I love when they say you can't do it. Who the fuck asks you can't? Mammies, please stop asking. Because see, here's the deal. They keep making it seem like we're asking. Nobody's asking but you. You're gonna let this motherfucker tell you what you can and can't do? That's some trifling shit. But Aries lady, welcome to the panel. I hope your mic is working. How are you?
I am good. It is working.
Boom. What you got?
I say that the mammies black women have been drinking the Kool-Aid. So, when they tell you you can't do something, black women, even back then, Jet and Essence and all of that, they were believing, it needed to be submissive, and they're gonna sit and wait for God to bring them their man.
God ain't fucking with black women. I mean, God ain't fucking with you, sis. He is like, he leaving you on red.
They waiting for, Jesus to come back and the Messiah to bring them to the promised land of Niggerville. And that all these niggas will be here to come back and marry them. We still waiting.
Well,
still waiting.
I ain't waiting.
I got a new answer. 100,000. I will jump over 100,000 black men get to one white dude. I'm serious. 100,000.
You might as well, because at the bottom of it all, even if you got what they call, what is it that they say, the unicorns, even if you got him, you likely not gonna breathe tomorrow. He gonna take you out. Out.
I would think that way back when, for them to have an argument, I'm talking about the mammies from the silent generation, boomer generation, all that shit, that they would at least say, well, we didn't know that they were doing this, but yes, they did. My grandmother had these fucking covers in her house. She collected these magazines, so they knew. They knew. And this is the one that really breaks my heart. The one that says, they have been oppressed for so long, they're just trying to gain power through the white woman. I have heard Black women say that.
You
There's
have
no
got to be
way.
kidding
I'm
me.
dead serious. They've been oppressed for so long, or it's just a phase. We just got out of, at that time had just got out of Jim Crow. So they were basically exploring their options, but they'll be back. I promise you, I've heard several Black women say that. Because I told y'all we grew up in the church on my grandmother's side, and baby, they had faith in these motherfuckers, same as it is today. But the women of today have more receipts. They have the receipts from way back then. So the women today have more receipts than any other generation of women has ever had.
They have, but the one thing I do want to say though, the women in the silent generation and beyond that, there are a lot of bodies in the ground from
Yep.
domestic violence.
Mhm.
Okay. And I can say with a lot of certainty actually, that a lot of these women, if they spoke up, they would be ostracized from the church. Boom.
Mm.
He could kill her ass and nothing would happen. Boom. Okay. Especially in the South. They were, I'm sorry, but those women were coward. The men basically exerted brute force over them. But now you have us have no excuse.
I was gonna say the same thing, Ebony. I extend a certain amount of sympathy for women back then, only because even though this was in their face, there wasn't too much that they could run from or do. But now it is 2022. If you are a Black woman out here and you over here listening to these nigglets talking about you supporting your king, you deserve whatever they give you, because there's too much out here telling you the truth. There's too much. There's too much. It's too much proof. Come on. You
They
got to wake up and
drowning in
smell.
receipts. They're drowning in receipts. And
Too much.
anytime I hear someone saying, as a Black woman, or giving excuses to what's going on, it's like this poor soul, she is going to be fucked for the rest of her life. If she ever divests, she's going to be the single mother of several children. She's going to be financially strapped, and she's going to be in a situation where it's the last thing she hasn't tried, and she'll divest out of desperation, bringing all that Blackistani bullshit with her, and she'll also fail in divestment. That's the part that makes me upset.
But DZ, so these women are drowning in receipts, as you say, okay? But black men are still drowning in pussy. I mean,
Oops.
I'm sorry, but it's true. Pussy
Drop
of
mic.
different colors on the rainbow pussy, okay? But the black women are drowning in receipts. Come on. Come on, ladies. Think better of yourselves than that.
No, because it's not all. Remember that. It's not all. It's not
Girl,
all.
don't start with that.
It's not all. It's
It's
not
all
all.
it's all you, Aaliyah.
No, it irritates me because they said not all, but then they'll turn around and say, "Oh, it's 99.9% of them." So it's like, okay, so really, we gonna play with this 0.01%? Like seriously, it's not all though, but it's 99% of them. Like, are y'all even listening to yourselves? Like they just say anything, and it's like, what gets me about the mammy who goes on the diatribe about being disrespected by Black men, and then turn around at the end of the entire diatribe and just throw all of the women under the bus and say, okay, well, maybe the men were right in what they were saying all along, because this is the way y'all act anyway. So it's like, I can't believe some of this stuff that I'm hearing. Like, even back on the Nicki Minaj thing, like, she pretty much put out there that women are gold digging. And I'm thinking to myself, in what world? Like, what's that? We have never had standards like that to require much of anything from these men. So why are they trying to put that out there? Like, all of us are all of a sudden looking for them to have some money now. They've never had any. Her husband didn't have any. She married him like that.
I was
Like,
just
what
gonna say,
the hell?
I was just gonna say gold digging. She married the brokest ninja on the block. She procreate, and I know why she's saying all what she's saying, and she's saying it because she has a thon, and so because she has a thon, she don't want to bash the man because she have a thon. See what I'm saying?
Nobody's a
Exactly.
bigger gold digger than a black man. There's
So
not a group of
They
people.
are very hypergamous. Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
they are the biggest gold diggers. Now, if you trying to get up on a black guy, we're gonna have to call that copper mining because they don't have any gold. That's copper mining, trying to get that $77 that's remaining of his check after child support and after his habits and after what he wants to buy. The $77 that's left, you're copper mining, sis. The monthly bills are what, $2,600 a month, and he contributes $77 a week, and he gets to have a side bitch. You are playing yourself, sis.
Why did you put this picture of this guy whose teeth are running all different directions?
Ain't no pictures of no good looking one of them. They all gonna look completely fucked up. Every last one of them gonna look fucked up. This motherfucker look like a snaggletooth jackass. Okay? No. It occurs to me though that y'all probably should have left them and let them go. They were begging you cover after cover after cover on a black woman's, black people's publication. Okay.
mm,
And then in the middle of the magazine, it's the Jet Beauty of the Week type shit. And they got you naked ass first, looking crazy as fuck. But they're making other women their wives. That is a problem. And the fact that you don't see that shit is amazing to me. And I don't believe you anymore. You're lying. You're lying. You're signing up for this shit. You're signing up for the competition. Why? Why? Men should be competing for you. The ones that you like, they not interested. They're not interested in choosing you. They're not interested to compete over you. Are you serious? That's what they call simping in Blackistan. That's simping. Telling you
Yeah.
that your life is going to be stable, that the bills are going to be paid, that he cares for your feelings and all this shit here. That's simping. They don't even use the word woman, black woman anymore. They call you bitches. Every motherfucking time they refer to you, you some bitches and hoes and skanks and thoughts and skeezers. The list goes on and on and on.
Well, I'm going to get off here. Bye, ladies. But okay, I'm changing my answer. A million. I would jump over a million Negroes to get to that one white dude. Good night, ladies.
Good night. Good night.
oh,
Jean is
man.
in the back. She was alive for some of these, especially the ones in the 70s. Jean, welcome to the panel. What do
Hello,
you
hello.
Hey, what do you
Hey,
think
Miss
about these
Jean.
magazine covers?
Girl, I remember my aunts, they were talking about that. And as a kid, I'm listening
Mm-hmm.
because I've always been the weird kid in the family. I never thought like anybody else. I actually heard a couple of my aunts say that, well, maybe if we try to be more like the white woman, maybe the black man won't go no more.
Mm.
And of course, I spoke out of turn. You ain't supposed to interrupt grown folks when they talking back in them days. I said, but auntie, if they want to go to those women, let them go.
Yes.
We don't need them
Aries lady, your
because
camera on.
they don't want us.
Never
No,
have.
that's not true. That's not true. Okay, I didn't argue, so I went back downstairs and play with my brother and sister.
You
I
were a
couldn't
gem
suffer
during
that.
your time.
But
You
here's
were
what black women don't understand, and I've always been a researcher in history. Hell, for 2+ millennia, black men have shown black women that they don't want us.
mm-hmm.
Okay, the Trojan War really happened. That little sucker Divesky brought that white woman back to Troy. The Greeks came behind him, and now Troy no longer exists.
Yep.
The whitewashing of Egypt.
The mammies
And
can do what the
after,
fuck they want to do. I don't want them to,
exactly.
it's with us befriending in our personal lives, knowing mammies, because they're
Mm-hmm.
so fucking dangerous. I don't want
Yeah,
nobody to get fucked up by association because it's a lot of
I
these.
don't either. Because see, these mammies are dangerous
Yes. How
because
many times, Gene, have you seen a story where the nigga come in to fuck the mammy up, his baby mama, ex-wife, whatever she is, girlfriend, and
mhm,
she's over at her friend's house trying to basically escape, and he come in and kill everybody in the house.
Oh
That
yeah,
is what I'm talking about. Having
exactly.
mammies for friends, that's
No,
dangerous as
no,
well.
you can't do that. No, 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 no. If you are associated and you want to get away, but you associated with women, who are telling you, in other words, well, try to talk to him, try to reason with him. You cannot reason with a wild animal.
No,
You
no.
cannot reason with someone who is unreasonable and does not wish to reason with you. All he seeks is your destruction. That's it.
Oh,
There's nothing else.
those that don't want to get it, they won't. I'm very, very proud of the women that have gotten it, and
Okay,
the women that see it is what it is. It's natural to want to be around your counterpart, but you cannot. They have
because
been
they
doing this
showed
shit for
us long ago
generations.
that they're not our counterparts. And they're
Mm-hmm.
telling you, black women, you are not our women. We are not obligated to protect you. We're not obligated to do anything for you. What more do you need?
Hmm.
And my daughter and I were talking the other day, and I told her, I said, I don't ever want to see you with a black man. I said, because the kind of life that you're leading, if you get involved with one of the Negroes, only thing he gonna do is tear it down, and you too.
Well,
I,
Gene, it looks like they should have let them go when they have been
mhm,
telling them for eons that we don't want you. And that was a good thing that
right.
you were hearing. Take a look at the screen. Let's
Uh-huh.
talk about generations.
Yes,
Ladies, this is a hot fucking mess. When
it
they
is.
stay and did not divest from the community, this
Mm-hmm.
is what happens.
Oh my.
62% of the time. Do you know how long it takes to sit around these women to molest 3 generations of women in the same fucking family? Do you understand what I'm telling you?
What? Allow me to say it first.
Mm.
White men do it too.
Oh
White
God,
men
I'm
do
so
it too.
tired of hearing
Let's
that
not
mess.
act like they're perfect now.
Mm, y'all, of course,
White
Aaliyah.
men build libraries too. How come they ain't doing that?
Oh, girl, they ain't fixing to do
Excellent
that shit.
question.
That's a good one. I love it.
They
Okay,
don't never want to mimic the good shit. I mean,
girl,
hey,
please.
Y'all,
Shoot,
this is a hot mess, y'all.
this
And
this this,
of
this is
course it was
terrible.
Georgia. Of course it was Georgia. You know, a lot of that incest that they claim that other communities
Mhm.
do. This is what they were doing. This
Yep.
motherfucking goat liver face motherfucker has damaged a whole bunch of black women. And
Mm,
I'm
mm,
talking
mm,
about
mm, mm.
in this family that they're referring to. This dude molested a mother and a daughter. My question is, mom, if he did you, why do you trust him around your babies? Anybody still talking to this motherfucker can't talk to my kids.
Okay.
Anybody that hands this motherfucker a business card, a wave, hey, how you doing? How you doing, brother? Anybody that's cool with this motherfucker, including him, can't be around my fucking kids.
knowing
That's
some
right.
He's
these big bitches, she probably arranged the meetings between them. Cause you know that we we do shit like that. I'm sorry, not we, but you know the mammies.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's like they do shit like that, and it's like you know how fucked up he is. He did it to you, but you're gonna put the other girls in your family in the same situation and just let them fuck them girls up like that on purpose.
And then get on the trope talking about what happens in this house stays in this house. Don't be telling
Nonsense.
like
Exactly.
our business. This is what be going on when they say that. This is what's
Right.
happening.
somebody's natural woman says black men are good men if we look beyond the superficial.
We
Hmm.
just need to
Hmm.
polish a
That's
bit.
a whole nigga. That's a whole
Listen.
nigga that wrote that. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What the whole fuck, natural woman?
I think
Na-
she's in to be invited for the smoke. I'm sorry.
what in the entire fuck?
Hmm.
What do you mean? After everything that was shown here, you wasted your goddamn gallon of gas money to say that foolishness up in here? Really? The link is in the chat. If you want to come explain what you mean by that, I'd be more than happy to click it. Now, I suspect that you may be a naker, like Aaliyah said, but I can't believe that you just said that when I showed you all. We've been up here for an hour, and I've showed you several reasons why to leave that mother. You stay right there. You stay right there. It's on you, Aaliyah. Let me go ahead and show some more shit.
Polish and brush them up a little bit, making them sound. What the hell is that? A piece of furniture?
That's what I was going to
Ladies and
say.
women, black
It's like,
men
you
are not
know,
good men. They never have been.
and what is the superficial that we're supposed to look
But what's
beyond? Like,
superficial? What's superficial? What?
She's funny.
What's the super? I don't know what the superficial is. I guess are they deep now? Are they supposed to be some deep human beings? We just don't see it. Oh, that's what it is. We just don't get it. Okay,
Wait,
that's
I
what
want
it
I
is.
want her to click that link. Him or
DZ,
her. What?
you just pulled out receipts from damn near 100 years ago, and she's saying
Okay.
damn near 100 years. You see what I'm saying? If you are, I don't know how old that girl is. If she is, if she under 50, and you hear on these internets talking about give them a chance. Oh, I feel sad for some black
Get her,
women.
Susanna Dean. She said, "Oh, so femicide is just a superficiality." Okay, I hear
It's
you.
not real. It's not real. It's not happening.
Right.
Some women didn't
polish
pick right.
them up. What do you exactly mean? You mean by asking them to take care of their children?
Some women didn't pick right, y'all. They
A woman pregnant with twins laying in the hospital, burnt up.
I'm confused how she can see all of that and then still say what she said. I'm
Yeah.
confused how she can hear what she's been hearing for the past hour. And I'm quite sure this isn't her first time coming to one of these lives or listening. And she can hear everything and still come back and say what they said. I can't. Oh, that bothered me so damn much. I
I
can't
want
take
her to show me how to polish up this motherfucker. Natural woman, click that link and tell me how we polish up this.
Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Keith Garman.
And I'm Lauren Freeman. We start tonight with the allegations against an HISD science teacher. We broke this story first at click2houston.com. 33-year-old Bradley Scott Rose, who teaches at...
Let me tell y'all something. If I was the fucking cop, hey, nigga, don't be looking at the ground now. Turn your alien head ass this way. Look at my motherfucking camera and say cheese, you fucking nasty son of a bitch. Your big eyes and your ugly sunken motherfucking face and yield sign shaped head. Look at my motherfucking camera. Look at the dot, you funky motherfucker. Look at the dot. Anyway, I just had to get that out. Let's go, y'all.
Okay. Shit.
At Ashford Elementary is now charged with sexually assaulting a child under 14.
Ashford Elementary is on Shannon Valley Drive near Briar Forest Drive, and that is where we find KPRC2's Devin Clark. Devin, you've been speaking with parents and prosecutors handling this case.
Keith, Lauren, it is terrifying for a parent to think they're leaving their child in the hands of someone they can trust, but instead that child ends up getting abused by a teacher. That is exactly what prosecutors say happened here at Ashford Elementary School to at least one little girl multiple times. As a parent,
that's horrible. Of course, it's horrible.
Parents' jaws dropped when hearing allegations that Bradley Scott Rose, an Ashford Elementary school teacher, is now charged with the felony of aggravated sexual assault of a child under 14.
Oh my God. Jesus. No.
In a delayed outcry made within the last year, Scott Rose is accused of groping and fondling a then 7-year-old second grader multiple times over the course of a semester back in 2016.
She was a student in his classroom, and the incidents would occur when the other students would be released for recess. She stated in her forensic interview that she was to stay inside the classroom.
Jana Oswald, who is the chief of the Crimes Against Children Division at the Harris County District Attorney's Office, says Scott Rose continued to work at the school for years until the outcry was made. Parents with young children at Ashford Elementary today.
Hey, natural woman, get your ass up here. Come polish this nasty motherfucker up for us.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the big deal is. She looked old enough to me. She gave me her phone number.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, right.
Isn't this equivalent? It might be the same person that was talking about they didn't have no sympathy. Was that recently? We had somebody come on and say they didn't have sympathy for black women.
Yeah, and then some of the women tried to coddle them. I know that black women are very loving, very nourishing, and they, but you cannot coddle motherfuckers that's coddling this type of shit. That girl was 7 years old.
She's a baby.
He
I
was
mean,
a science teacher. Y'all like to talk about how it's the Pookies and Ray Rays. This was a science teacher.
That you can look at that motherfucker and tell he don't belong around no children. That's why I'm always side-eyeing them when they try to put themselves in positions to where they're around a whole bunch of kids all the time, whether they are coaches and, daycares and elementary schools and stuff like that. I always side-eye them because it's like, why you trying to put yourself in a situation where you're dealing with all these children? I do not trust them. I'm sorry, I don't.
I don't trust them either. Let me see if she came back here. No. Hey, natural woman, what is your name on StreamYards? Because you're gonna have to clean this shit up. Because either that or you was attention seeking. Because in the black community, attention is like currency around this bitch. And you'll do anything for it. So you started clapping your ass in my comment section, trying to seem like you was motherfucking different. And that's not what it is. Now, the link has been shared with you several times. You need to write in my comment section right now what your name is, or I'm going to have the mods block you because that's some bullshit. Look past the superficiality. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious
DZ,
right
can
now?
I say something?
Yes.
So what we have to pay attention to in Natural Woman's statement is the last part of her statement, but they tend to pick us anyway, which ultimately boils down to being a pick me. These mammies want to be picked and they view everything in a lens of, I'm going to look past everything that a black man has, any deficit that he has, so that he can pick me. Oh, he don't bring enough money to the table as long as I got a black man. Oh, he's touching somebody. That's okay. Just don't say nothing, baby. We need to keep this black man in the house. It's all about pick me, and it's all about keeping a black man in the house. And that's very, very dangerous for for a woman to put having a man over anything else in their lives.
Okay.
You know what's highly irritating about this? Coming off the back of what she just said, these be the same broads. The minute that one of these apes go upside their head, they want to say that they're getting domesticated and violent, but not all. But you want to complain these niggas ain't shit. This one ain't this. These are the same women, and it's very tiring to constantly hear. It's tiring to hear it because when are you gonna wake up and smell the coffee? Like I said before, we're in a day and age where the receipts, you can swim in the receipts. You swimming in them. But you're gonna still get up here talking about not all? Girl, goodbye.
My bad, y'all. I'm talking my ass off and I'm on mute.
Girl.
I was wondering where you went. I'm like, where'd she go?
Yeah.
No, I ain't went nowhere. I'm sitting up here hooping and hollering, and ain't nobody can hear my motherfucking ass. That's a damn shame. I was in the background looking for a natural woman to click, but I don't see nothing.
She ain't gonna come up here and say that shit. They be wanting to say the bullshit in the chat, but when you call their ass to the carpet, then they get quiet and shit and disappear. So she not gonna come up here because she know what she's saying is bullshit and she in the wrong motherfucking place, not with a TH, motherfucking place to be saying the bullshit she's saying, and she knows she is.
Unsealy said that the studio is full.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop down. I was gonna say some more, but I'm gonna jump down. Thank you.
I'll drop down as well, because please make sure and give her 2 Sparta flip-flops, but I'll drop down.
So now the studio is not full because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna need you to clear that up. I'm gonna need you to clear that shit up. Somebody keeps saying that she's a troll, but the thing is this. You're going to have to, as ultra divested, let me see. Are you Dusty, ultra divested?
I am not.
Cut your background noise off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, what you got to add to this while I look for this crazy ass woman? Oh, she back here. Hold on 1 second, ultra divested. Ultra divested. Natural woman, what's up, honey? You up here. Defend what you said.
Turn off your background noise.
Oh, you listening to trap rap music too? Oh, you dustier than a motherfucker, I see. I mean, you real fucking dusty. Natural woman, you click the link, so say some shit. Tell me how to clean up that motherfucker that's on that screen.
That's a naked. That's a whole naked. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
look, a bunch of fucking pussies. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Down in the goddamn comment section, pussy popping. If y'all see her account or whatever, go ahead and block this dumb motherfucker, please.
This is Sparta!
Yeah.
You got to go. Fuck that shit. And you fixing to get a ban. Talking about all we need to do is get past the superficial. Yvonne, are you Dusty or Evan?
No, ma'am,
Hello?
I'm not.
Okay, what you got, babe?
I appreciate what you're doing.
Okay.
I've already talked to you
I remember her. I remember her.
I'm
Okay.
growing. I'm growing. And
You
I
said you're
appreciate what
crying?
you're doing. I'm sorry, hon?
No, I was trying to see what you said. You said you're growing, you're crying. What did you say?
I'm growing.
Okay.
I'm growing. And I
Okay,
appreciate what you're doing. And with all the statistics you've been doing, I'm flabbergasted by it because, I'm seeing. I wasn't there before, but I'm growing. So with that, I'm gonna fall back, hon. I appreciate
Okay, honey.
y'all.
I appreciate you too.
Thank
I'm gonna drop you
you.
down. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Jessica, are you Dusty?
Hello, ladies.
Hi, are you Dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty. Are you?
Oh,
Dusty?
okay.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Jessica, listen.
I said,
Listen,
are
bitch.
you Dusty?
No, bitch,
No,
you are
bitch.
real fucking
No,
Dusty.
Why
look here,
y'all
helper.
Dusty? I came here polite and said hello, ladies.
No, you came up here being passive aggressive, talking about hello, ladies.
No,
Are
you
you
the one
Dusty?
that's aggressive.
No,
I
I'm
said hello.
overtly aggressive, you funky bitch. What the fuck do you
How is
want?
me saying hello?
What the hell you want, wench?
I know, right? What the fuck? What do you have to say about what's going on?
It's the fake ass voice for me.
It's not the fake
for
voice.
me.
It's
Isn't it fake?
It's
I
the
know,
voice
Aaliyah, it
for
is
me.
fake. That fake
No,
ass
it's
voice.
not, Mama. It's called being feminine. You should learn.
Okay.
Okay,
You
girl, bye.
If
Bye.
you say so, you sound like a goddamn
But
fool.
anyways, I just
Fuck
wanted
out.
to
You know,
like.
but anyway, bitch, we don't want to hear what you gotta say. You already insulted the host. Fuck the dumb shit.
How did I
Fuck
insult
you.
her? I said hello.
We're not here to answer your questions. We were trying to see what you was adding to the panel, but you officially have made this shit smoke night. So
She
what did
asked
your motherfucking
everybody,
ass
are
Okay,
want?
they
now
going
you
to?
get ready
You
to
were
get
trying to
smoked,
be a
wench.
smart ass.
Damn, why y'all don't like me? Because I got a sexy voice or something?
Sexy,
No,
bitch. You sound like you got a lick.
No,
Bitch,
honey,
you
you ain't
ain't your
talking no
goddamn mouth.
business, bitch. I'm
you
getting about
don't
your sexy
you don't
voice.
have you don't have a sexy voice. You don't have a sexy voice. You have a flip flop whore.
Why you so
This
angry?
is Sparta!
Come on, bitches. I'm here for the smoke tonight. Let's go. You want to turn this shit into smoke night? Let's go. See, what's happening is this. The receipts was way too motherfucking heavy. You got your grandmama receipts up here now, and it makes it so that you don't have no excuse for the shit that you pulling. Listen, if you want smoke night, all you got to do is strike a match, and there will be fire. Let's do this goddamn shit. Let me go ahead and Get ready. It's on you, Aaliyah, because I'm fixing to turn this shit into smoke night.
Because
Excuse me.
you asked everybody that. You asked everybody that. She was trying to be. She thought she was being cute. That's what it was. You asked everybody that, and for her to turn around and then try to, don't do that. Don't even get up here and do that.
Child, bye. Let's see who else we got back here. Oh, come on, click the link. It says True Redley. You need to cut off your camera before I throw your ass up off of here. And then when you get up here, all I want to know, first and foremost, are you dusty? So let's try this. Are you dusty?
Oh, hi. No, I'm not dusty.
What's going on? Let me welcome with lipstick up here. What you got to add, sweetheart?
So I actually just walked in the house. I missed the beginning. But I just want to say this is disgraceful what I see on the screen. And I, as a former educator, I've seen a lot of this. And so I'm glad you're bringing light to it. I'm glad someone is saying that this is wrong. So thank you.
Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
Oh, that's it? That's all you got to add?
Well, I had so many thoughts in my head, and now that I'm up here, I'm like, okay, everything just went.
It happens. Half the time I'm up here, I'll be ready to say something, and I'll just say something else because I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. It ain't just you, trust me.
I know that's right. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you, ladies. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
What's
bye-bye.
up, lipstick?
Oh, DV, you getting them hot tonight.
They gonna be hot, and they can stay motherfucking hot with they raggedy asses. Let's go. I wasn't gonna have smoke night, but I'm ready. I got my Red Bull.
Who else in the back? I'm still, let me get my popcorn. Who else in the back?
Oh, Kyra's back here. Let me let her up.
I'm still here, ultra divested Sheen.
Oh, that's right. I was in the middle of cussing out Jessica. What you got, sis?
I just wanted to call your attention to the anti-miscegenation laws that made basically interracial marriage illegal. Several states took the extra step of specifically targeting Black unions with non-white people.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so,
I'm trying
for
to see where you're
instance,
going with it.
yeah, Maryland didn't just say interracial marriages are illegal. They also said that Black and Filipino marriages were illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Black men, and that's who they were targeting, could not get them a modified white woman with straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They also pulled the same thing on them in North Carolina, which prevented Black men, again, it didn't say Black men, but you know who they were targeting, prevented Black men from marrying Indians.
Mm-hmm.
And Oklahoma also, which was like the most overt of the, let's see, I'm trying to get to Oklahoma here. Okay.
You said targeting. You said targeting Black men, and I thought that was very, very interesting. Do you think, and this is just a side question, that they were targeting Black males?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like Black males are oppressed and have always been oppressed up until this day?
No, I think that what they were trying to do was make Black men behave, as in, you need to marry your own women, create families with your own women, take care of your own children. Don't go out here and try to get you a bargain basement exotical.
Well, here's the deal. You know what it sounds like, honestly, Ultra?
Mm-hmm.
That you kind of on the fence with it a little bit, because Black men do what the hell they want to do. No law is going to stop them from doing what they want to do. Murder is illegal, but they managed to put 1,500 of us up under the goddamn dirt. So nobody can make a black man do anything with legislation. And the fact that you think that they were targeting them and trying to make them be somebody, I find that very, very interesting, to say the least.
No, I am not Dusty. What I'm trying to suggest.
See, I didn't call you Dusty. I just was saying that you think a certain way. I think you still feel like there's some victimization going on with black men, and who really is the victim is us of black men.
No, that's not.
We are victims
what I'm trying to
black.
say at all.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that black men have never been race loyal, and that their disloyalty was so bad that several states took the extra steps of saying, Negro, not only can you not marry a white woman, you can't get you an Indian woman or a Filipino woman.
Why do you think that they had to make laws in order to try to attempt to make black men attracted to you? Let me go ahead and intervene real quick. It's because they've never, ever wanted you. If somebody has to put a law on a book to make them sit home with their counterpart, that's a problem.
Yep.
That's my whole point. You're looking for smoke, and there's no smoke here. I'm on your side.
I can find some smoke. Wait.
Hold on. You're getting too emotional. Why is she getting emotional? I just want to know what's the point of this lesson.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
The point of the lesson is to back up all of those lovely articles that you posted from Jet and Ebony magazine.
Okay, so we already knew that miscegenation laws were in place, but you gave your interpretation as to why they were in place. And it kind of sounded like the way that you were putting it is that they were trying to make black men behave, and they were targeting. You literally said targeting black males.
Yes, I'm saying that black men were so egregious in their pursuit of non-black women that 3 states went out of their way to say, look, this isn't just about you not sleeping with white women. We don't want you going after other women either. Stick to your own kind. Why can't you find a nice Negro woman or a nice colored woman and marry her and create a family? Why are you going to these other groups of women?
See, what we don't do over here, we don't analyze black men's behaviors. That's other podcasts. We don't care why they do it, why they did it, the history of it, the etymology of it, the pathology of it, the sociology of it. We don't give a shit.
Okay, look, y'all, I think you are really misinterpreting the purpose of my call here.
No, I'm sure everybody understands exactly what you're saying. It's just that it doesn't really matter, because if that was the plan, that shit didn't work either way. So it really is beside the point at this point.
No, it actually, I think
if that was their goal, if they failed either way, they didn't stop shit then at all. That's hence the reason you have all these magazine covers, or it didn't work.
I'm trying to say that it didn't start in the 50s with
we know that we're divested. We know this, ma'am. That's what we're saying. That's all. We already know this, but thanks for the lesson.
Could the young lady who said she understood where I was going speak up? Because I don't think anybody's going to hear it from my lips.
I understood what you were saying. I think you just kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way, like the way when you put it with the targeting. And I think that it's just got, a little misunderstood, that it sounded a certain way other than what you intended. But I understand what you're saying.
Well,
thank you, because that was the purpose.
I think I understand what you're saying is that the white men saw how treacherous and treasonous the black man was, and so he enacted laws to try to make him do right, which,
it didn't work.
Well, yes, like the thing is, if you look at black males' behavior post civil rights movement, when they got freedom, yeah, it was the laws in place making black men do anything. So those of you who like to talk about my granddaddy, my great granny did this and did that, and they took care of their families, is because the white man made them.
Yep.
But what
Yes,
there's
ma'am.
but what I believe DZ is saying and stuff is that is pretty telling that they had to be legally forced under
Thank
the
you.
white man's boot to do any of that.
Yes,
Right.
Oklahoma said, do not slide your black ass onto an Indian reservation and get you a Indian woman and try to have some children with good hair. You need to go find a black/colored/Negro woman and marry her and have children. This is how you become a man and you build a community. And it's not by sliding it up under the dress of some other ethnic group of women.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry, DZ. That was rude of me. Hi, DZ. Hi, ladies. I just rolled up and started speaking. Didn't say anything.
Hey, Kyra Boo.
No,
I'm just
you good.
confused what we doing right now. I'm just gonna. I'm not into all the history lesson of
Okay,
natures.
I retired my original name, so I'm just gonna break it out here so I can get some street cred. My name was Pink Packet. Okay.
I
I've never
remember
heard
you.
of you.
I remember you, Pink Packet. I know
Thank
you
you.
from a couple of other
Yes, mostly from
divested
Mad.
people.
Yes, mostly from Mad's channel.
Can y'all not mention other folks' channel up here,
Oh,
please?
I'm
And
sorry.
thank you.
I'm
It's
sorry.
all good. It's
Yeah,
all good.
I'm just trying to prove that I am divested. And I'm just trying to add another layer to what you stated earlier.
Okay, so here's the
Yeah,
deal, right? Black
mm,
men without laws, without considering anything else to have to do with them, the bottom line is they're trash. There has been several groups of people that have tried to make them do right, mainly the mammies. The larger society has given up. It's like, listen, these are the laws. You break them, we're gonna break your motherfucking ass. But the mammies are still doing this shit. They're still saying that they're targeted. They're still saying that they're oppressed and all of this extra shit just to make it seem like these goddamn savages are victims. So it was
I don't see them as victims at all.
Well, that's awesome because they're not.
I don't see them as victims. I see evidence in black and white that the white man who's trying to preserve his racial supremacy by saying you can't lay up with our daughters, turned around and looked and said, my goodness, so if I cut you off your supply of white women, I guess you're just going to run and get Filipino and Indian women, and we're not going to have you do that either.
All of this is inconsequential because let me tell you why it's inconsequential.
That's what I said earlier.
They don't and has never wanted you. So if you're still trying to figure out what their issue was and the history of their issue is, I find that very interesting. The bottom line is they're hot ass trash. They are funky garbage on August 28th in the middle of the goddamn hot sun. They funky fucking garbage, and there's nothing anybody can do to fix that. So their history, it really doesn't even matter because the way a lot of ADOS so-called people got here is because black men are hot garbage. That's really the beginning and the end of it.
Yes, I agree. And I'm trying to say that there was never a point where there was a community and they were acting right and doing right. Okay. As soon as they got off of the plantation, they started courting non-black women who were not white.
Good. Best thing they could have done. Leave black women alone. I don't give a shit. I feel like we don't have to dig into all these historical cases because they're killing us every 5.5 hours today in 2022. So I don't understand why we have to walk down these trips down memory lane. I just don't understand.
You would be going on a trip down memory lane with Jet Magazine. I'm just trying to make the trip go back even further, trying to demonstrate that they have always conducted themselves in that manner.
Right, they have. We already know that, though.
I think part of the issue is that the current manosphere, they're always saying like you black women have gone downhill, you black women aren't like your grandmothers, and the historical lesson is debunking. Like black males have been saying about us for generations, for centuries. It's the same shit. Whether it was in a Negro spiritual, black women ain't shit. Whether it was a black and white magazine, black women ain't shit. A movie, rap music, social media, they've been saying the exact same thing. So I get both sides. On one hand, yeah, it really doesn't matter. Black males haven't been shit, so who cares about learning their history? But on the other hand, I do see the importance of debunking these certain narratives because I've heard that from the manosphere.
So let me ask you a question. Who are we debunking it to?
Where I guess the black women still on the fence and the young ones coming along who don't know where to go. Like,
yeah, the ones who were not alive to see Jet magazine in black homes. I'm old enough to remember when Ebony was a really big magazine. It was the size of Life magazine. That's how old I am. So I'm just trying to put it out here that didn't start acting like that in the 1950s, and it wasn't limited to black male celebrities, black male athletes, black male musicians.
Yeah,
that black men have conducted themselves like that from the moment
you're not gonna talk over me. That is absolutely correct. We went over that several times. We went over slavery. Hell, we gone all the way back to the Big Bang. And I am so not interested in why they did what they did. That is somebody else's platform that wants to talk about the pathology of black men. We already know the Jet magazine situation was to tell mammies what the fuck you waiting on. They already left. You might want to save your fucking life immediately. You're not going to do anything different that hasn't been done. Why do you want to try that shit? Die fucking vest. #all and get the fuck away from there. Go live your life. Get your education. Put yourself in a safe situation. Get your financial situation all the way together. And stop going 50-50 with a motherfucker that's asking you what they bring to the table, right? And that's not even their table. That's somebody else's fucking table. And if it is their table, the shit missing a leg, how about that part?
It's not like we didn't understand what she was saying. What she was saying was not that complicated. We understand everything that she's saying.
Exactly.
My point is that what difference does it make, even if that was what their goal was or what the plan was supposed to be? That shit didn't work. It was an epic fail if that was the case. They didn't stop shit.
That's right.
I think what rubbed me the wrong way was the targeting. It's always that they are the victim. They're being targeted. They're being oppressed. Listen, everybody else, including black women, were able to build their own shit and move on. The only people that's still really suffering is motherfuckers that's latching their future onto these niggas. That's who's suffering. So when you say black people, these are the mammies that's hooked to these dusties that keep getting them out of jail, that keep letting them come in and get them pregnant after being a sexual assault. It ain't black folk. It's them. The divested women ain't going through that shit. And why on earth and how on earth did you become the most educated group of women if everybody's so targeted and oppressed? Nobody is trying to victimize niggas. What happened was they sat up there and they lost a war. And what's happening is this: you don't want to acknowledge that they're conquered.
Yep.
It is what it is. If the tables was reversed, the sad part about it is your position wouldn't even be any better, because if black men had conquered white men, they still wouldn't choose you because they don't like your motherfucking ass. Period.
Okay.
I mean, they put them in a position to force them to marry black women and raise families. But let's look at this community. How successful has that really been? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Well, DZ, I have to disagree. Like, you're saying that they lost the war, but that would imply that they fought in the first place. You know, they just sold us out for plates.
Well,
and
if you've
spoons.
got two people that's fixing the fight and one just got their arms to the on their side and not fighting back, they still got their ass whooped, and they still was in a fight. They just didn't do nothing about it. Okay, so if you don't fight back and you get your ass whooped, you still got your ass whooped.
I think black women need to understand something.
Y'all showing y'all black ass tonight. I'm just gonna say
it's true.
Y'all is crazy as hell tonight, because Y'all crazy as hell tonight. Y'all got me over here dying. I feel sorry for her because she been divested for a long ass motherfucking time.
Honey, listen, I'm gonna let her go ahead and say her closing words because I think there may be a lag because I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say she didn't hear me when I was talking. So, Miss Ultra Divested, you got any closing words or no?
No, other than I co-sign on everything you said. I unfortunately I called in when you were asking for smoke from somebody else, and I think I got it.
Oh, baby girl, I didn't give you any smoke. The people that get the flip flop is the one that got the smoke. We just didn't agree on certain terms, and that's okay. You're divested, and I love you for that. We're not going to agree on everything. There's certain people that don't agree that people with black sons can divest. I don't agree with that. I think anybody can divest as long as they're leaving black and stand behind. But the targeting part, that's the only part I disagree with. It wasn't smoke. It was just a disagreement.
Okay, well, okay. So when I say target, I mean like the child support laws. They are targeting black men because they are abandoning women with children and fleeing the scene of the crime. They won't pay. So now white zaddy has to take their driver's license away, you know? So they are targeting black men because black men need to be targeted for mass parental abandonment.
There are child support laws in place for anybody that doesn't pay for
Thank
their kids.
you.
Those child
Yes.
support laws are also applied to women that don't take care of their
Thank
kids.
you.
So
Yeah,
it
right.
looks like black men are being targeted because they're the most egregious at the shit. They're
That's
the ones
right.
that leave their
Thank
children
you.
the most.
That's
So
right.
they're
I totally agree with you. I'm saying they're targeted because they are doing it at such a rate, and the government is picking up the slack that somebody said, you know what? It's not enough to garnish their wages. We're going to have to take their driver's license.
let
We're
me
going
ask you this. Let me
to.
ask you this. When I say somebody's being targeted, what I'm saying is the law was drafted because of them. That is being targeted. Black
Yes.
men are affected by a law that's already in place because they're the ones that break the law the most. So they weren't targeted. They are just being punished for breaking that already drafted law.
I'm saying that if they had to come up with a law because of your misconduct, that they are basically targeting you. It's
No,
not because I think
black men
that
are being targeted. They're being
no,
profiled because that's their MO. That's what they do.
I mean, what is profiling if it isn't targeting somebody?
No, they fit the bill. They
That's
just
right.
happen to be black men. But a
I'm
Latino
trying.
man or a white man who did this, if white men were out here prolifically abandoning their children, they would be under the same punishments.
No. I'm
Yes,
saying,
they would. Yes, they
yeah,
would.
listen, what I'm saying is that there was a demographic in America that was abandoning children and not providing support with them to an extent where the government had to get involved. And
So
they
everybody in the chat, hold up, y'all. Everybody in the chat that was sitting up in that comment section talking about, I'm not listening to her. DZ, she not. Y'all agree? Y'all don't understand. Y'all need to go ahead and throw some hearts in that area because I fucking told you we were talking about two different things. Now that you heard more of the conversation, God damn it, I'll sit back and wait for the hearts in the chat. The fuck? I know what I heard when I heard it.
And send her some super chats too.
The hell? She said black men are being targeted by the system because they don't take care of their children. When I'm saying that law was drafted because of anybody, including women, who doesn't take care of their kids and don't have custody of those kids. Therefore, black men aren't being targeted. They're just breaking that law the most. Point blank,
Right.
period.
They're just more prolific. You're right. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that when a law is put on the books that you didn't need before, but you decided to move in that direction because there is a certain demographic that is behaving egregiously.
I think that it may be this around the time that the law was drafted, divorce was on its way up, and it was there for anybody who wasn't custodial parent. Divorce was on the rise. It wasn't because of black men in particular.
That is Correct. What I'm trying to say is they put those laws on the book, and some men still tried to weasel out of it.
Okay.
And so then they started adding these additional penalties, and you can't get your license to practice law if you owe child support. You can't get your driver's license if you owe child
And you
support.
think that targets black men?
Absolutely, because they need to be
Oh
targeted.
my God. All right. Well, we're going to have to.
They need to be targeted. Yes.
Oh my God. So you would
but
have to literally be saying that black men go to school and they get all these licensures and passing bars and all that stuff. So they have to add that in there because black men are becoming lawyers and doctors and stuff.
Because black men, whether they're dusty and unemployed or they're dusty with a law degree, will not pay child support unless you make it impossible for them to operate a vehicle or practice law or practice medicine or sell real estate.
Okay. Okay. You got him, baby girl. I'm gonna have to, disagree with that, but ain't no love lost. I hear you. I heard what you said. You have been heard. Okay.
All
Because
right.
there are women that are on child support as well. There are white men that are on child support because of court orders and divorce as well. There are Asian men that are on child support. No group in particular was targeted by the child support laws. They were trying to get these kids in this country taken care of, and that's really it.
Yeah, I agree. But going after driver's licenses and law licenses and things like that, that was because some men still wouldn't do the right thing. Even if you garnish their wages, they would stop working.
Well, they don't like their children. That's number one.
Absolutely.
They can't stand black folk. They don't like black women. Then they don't like anything that shoots out of their dick and go ahead and insert itself into an egg. It's just the fact of the matter. So since they're that way, it's going to appear that they're quote unquote targeted by that law, but they weren't targeted.
Even if these laws were implemented specifically to force or try to force black men to do the right thing, again, I would like to know how successful was any of that?
All it did was make them more homosexual and more dusty.
Exactly. That's the bottom line.
Because what they say is, fuck it, I'll just drive without a license.
Exactly. All of that was for nothing. So even if that was the point or the reason behind specific laws being set in place, all of it was an epic failure because look at the men that it was tailored to try to, force into that position, and it still didn't work. And what DZ is saying is that it's ridiculous that they even had to go that far in the first place. Why should you have to legally try to force men to marry their own women and raise their own children? What the hell?
That's my point. Like, how bad does it have to be that they would actually go out of their way to say
they weren't specifically targeted as black men? Because I get what she's saying. That kind of make it sound like they were victims. They weren't targeted. They were trying to get them to do the right thing. They didn't target them specifically.
That's my point.
I appreciate you coming up, Ultra Divested. I get what you're saying, and I appreciate you coming up. Make sure you come up again, all right?
All right. Bye-bye, ladies.
Bye. Let me see if OMGD is dusty. OMGD, are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Wonderful. What you got, babe?
First off, hello, ladies. Hello, DZ.
Hey.
Well, first and foremost, DZ, you had us. I don't even understand how everybody could have this conversation with this alien-looking ass Negro still sitting on the screen. We've been looking at him for at least 45 minutes now.
Well, we were supposed to get Natural Woman up here, and she was supposed to polish him up and shit for us because we're being superficial looking at the outside. But I guess his sexy alien Roger face looking ass, it was too much to handle, but she didn't bring her ass up here.
Ain't no way you can polish that shit up. I mean, damn. Anywho, the same thing with Nature, whatever that bitch name was. Excuse my French, y'all, because she really pissed me off earlier this morning or earlier this afternoon. I'm on a time difference from y'all, so y'all gotta excuse me. When she said or he said or whatever it said, something along the lines of polishing it up and it was just superficial, is the same reason why that asshole was able to rape 3 generations of women.
Yeah, he R-worded them
Oh,
because
excuse me. He R worded. Y'all, excuse
yes.
me. I'm pretty blunt. Excuse me. But yeah, that's the reason why he was able to R word 3
Yeah.
generations. It's because of women like that, or mammies like that. And I don't understand. I come from a family, 2 generations. And it stopped right at 2 generations because I'm a part of that 2nd generation and I put my foot down. So, to keep that from even progressing, but it's a lot of women that don't exist. It's not like us. They let it continue. They in-house stay it, keep it inside the house. And, well, he your family. That's your pawpaw. That's your uncle, your brother, your cousin. I mean, all of these excuses, I just really don't understand. But that's all I have to say, ladies. I appreciate everything that y'all do, DZ. Aaliyah, her name is Aaliyah, right?
Yes.
Aaliyah, you keep me rolling. Every time I hear you, I'm hollering in the background. I'm hollering, y'all. But I just want to say thank y'all for all y'all do. I love y'all. Stay safe. All right. Pew pew 22. That's my motto all year.
Okay. Thank you for coming up.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Yeah, goddamn it. This is the 3rd goddamn show in a row where y'all gonna learn to stop trying to coddle mammy talking points. Okay, right. You got to knock that shit the fuck off.
Thank you.
It's Friday fucking night, right? And y'all still, we was just here Tuesday coddling a mammy. The time before that, y'all when y'all gonna get it? When y'all gonna get it? So I put the link in the chat for anybody that disagrees with anything that was said, because Natural Woman turned this shit into smoke night, sitting up here trying to take up for people that are fucking you up. So if you got some smoke, you're more than welcome to come up here, because I got time. I got time. My motherfucking dinner is not complete. And he's still working on it, so I ain't going nowhere yet. What's up? Pull up.
Confused.
DZ, you got time today, cuz? I got time today, cuz.
Yes.
So, DZ, I know you always say you the emergency room of this shit.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm trying to figure out, you gave the examples of the ebony covers to let us know that even in the 50s, you know how it was going down. We already know. But do we really have to go all the way back to Supreme Courts and Jim Crow? And I mean, we know, y'all. We know these males aren't shit. We know that.
We damn sure do. And I feel like the part of the receipts that we put out, it's for people that's considering divestment. A lot of these other women are trying to examine why they act that way and how to fix them. That's their problem. I'm not with the shits. I'm not trying to fix no goddamn body, especially not no goddamn black dude. Are you fucking serious? There is no fixing him. He's a hoopty. He's a 1946 jalopy. He's a guppy fish. A sorry son of a bitch. There's no way to fix that shit. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Period.
I think sometimes Black women, we get to the point where we try to solution a problem instead of identifying the problem, and then we act accordingly. Okay, we know there's a problem. Let's go the other way. No, Black women, we have this tendency to try to examine it and find the root cause and see if we can fix it, and let's do some troubleshooting. And I don't want us to get to that. Look, just leave. Yeah. Fuck why they do it. Fuck when they started doing it. They killing you every 5.5 hours.
And for a lot of mammies, that ain't even enough. You got some people sitting up under people's shit when he's saying that 5.5 hours is some bullshit. You listen to that shit if you want to, and they up under there clapping like retarded seals. Talking about preach. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't have your Wi-Fi not working? Because those stories are out there.
I was about to say, I'm trying to figure out where in the hell they figure all these funerals and obituaries and these pictures of these deceased women with all these death certificates. I'm trying to see how they can argue with that. Like, it's crazy to me. I've never understood how can you disagree with whether or not somebody's dead or alive. Like,
they don't see you as human. They don't see you as significant. So that death certificate that has a Black woman's name on it, they don't care, because they don't see you as significant enough to care. So in their mind, it didn't happen. You didn't die.
I mean, that it's just, to me, it's dumb. It's completely, it's like, how delusional and out of touch with reality do you have to be to keep denying what's right in front of you just because it doesn't look good, on yours, or it doesn't work in your favor. So we're just gonna completely deny what's right in front of us all day, every day, just because it doesn't look good for them. That's what we're gonna do.
I think. Oh, sorry.
The Black Audacity. Are you Dusty?
No.
And she dropped back off. I don't know what happened there, but let me see. She's still in the back. The Black Audacity. Are you Dusty?
Oh, I'm not Dusty.
Okay, what's up? What you got?
So I was just calling in to say, I just ran into your channel a couple months ago. I am very appreciative of it. All the things that I'm learning from your channel, I'm absolutely like somewhat like overwhelmed with all the information because I live in a very segregated area. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's very highly segregated. Even
See,
though
but check it out though, the Black Audacity. I'm familiar with Milwaukee, and even with it being segregated, y'all men are finding ways to make a whole bunch of beige children. So why is it that it is segregated when it comes to y'all, but not to the motherfuckers that
I'm gonna be honest, like Milwaukee doesn't have a lot of, like, I travel a lot. Milwaukee doesn't have a lot of in a lot of interracial couples. Like, you're not gonna you'll see it every I mean, you might go to
They're
the
not
store and see
couples,
it.
but I know they got a lot of mixed
Thank
race
you.
No,
children.
they
Yeah, you're
they
right.
do.
They don't have no couples. They just got a bunch of baby mamas.
Yeah, you
Thank
might. I
you.
mean, you'll definitely see mixed kids or mixed people, but you see black people together a lot more often.
It's a
So
lot of violence that happens there as
yeah,
well.
no, I'm not disputing any of that. What I was saying is that, like, because it's so segregated, and I wasn't like a big internet person until like the pandemic hit. And then I ended up finding a lot of different channels. I won't mention any names. At first I was on a lot of mammy channels, a lot of like Boys Watkins. I'm sorry for
Yeah,
mentioning
don't
his
mention
name.
nobody's name up here.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I won't do that again. I was stuck with a lot of channels that was pretty much like pro-black channels, and I was like, oh, this is wonderful. I thought that was my niche. And then I ran into a lot of more black women channels. And I ran into your channel, and I was like, oh my God, like all this, I just felt like everything that I had learned I'm 40 years old, mind you. I'm not a young person, but I felt like so many things that I had learned during my entire childhood and adulthood was like a complete lie. I felt like I had been either closeted or either had on blinders. And I just felt like I had wasted so much time trying to figure out the community, going to marches, putting up, wearing BLM shirts, getting them for me, getting them for my kids. I just felt like I was just like lost. So I'm so happy and grateful that I found your channel.
I'm grateful too.
Because I feel like I was like a mammy my entire life and didn't know. I honestly did not realize it. I just
That's
thought I
most
was.
black women though. Most black women are indeed mammies, and the ones that can find their way out, shit, I take my hat off to them, because what we grew up with, it was an absolute no. And I'm trying to figure out how in the hell we let it be such a no with all these receipts out here, even prior to the internet. You sit up there and let them say that white folks smell like this, and they do this, and they touch this, and and come to find out that's happening in your own goddamn back room.
When I tell you, as I got grown and my friends that I had known since childhood would finally open up about how so many of, like, all of them had been molested. Like, it was,
see what I'm saying?
like, stuff like we was playing with each other and going to school together, and I never knew what was going on in their households. And like I said, I was like at the marches, at all the police marches. Had my signs. I was yelling in police faces. I was in my masculine.
Do you consider yourself divested now, or are you consider yourself like a fence sitter, or are you just shopping?
No, I'm definitely going in the route of divesting. What I had did, like I said, I'm 40. I got a 22-year-old son. I had talked to my son and said, I may be, trying other races of men dating. My son immediately was like, that is like I just think black women with my white men is disgusting because of slavery. And
See, this is the thing. You don't have to tell him a goddamn thing. You don't. You don't have to tell him shit. And he's doing exactly what is expected of him and tell you doing the wrong thing.
it shocked me that he said that
He does not have the
because of his
right to
age.
tell you what is right and what is wrong. Look at what's going on here. And you're not the only person that had that happen to them. You don't need permission from nobody in your family, including your fucking sons, to do what's going to put yourself first and get yourself out of danger. You don't have to. I'm interested in why you ran that by him.
Me and my son have, because I have a 22-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. Because me and him, I had him when I was 18. We just have a very, very close bond, and we talk about everything with each other. So I honestly did not think I would get that reaction from him. Because we don't talk about racial things. So I just
Can
was
I
like,
say
hey,
something?
Yes.
I would suggest that you do not bring a white man into your dynamic with your son because it sounds dysfunctional. That's just my opinion based on what you said. It sounds like that you're still heavily into Blackistani mentality. And I think until you work that out, I don't think it's wise for you to enter into another man's culture.
Right.
Okay.
Your son gonna sabotage that. He already told you in so many words. No. Okay.
Yeah, he said because of slavery, he just think black women with white men is disgusting. And he's only 22, so I did not expect to get that from him.
Did you ask him what he thought about black men with white women?
I
Did
did,
slavery come up?
I did, and his answer made me think like, wow, I raised this son, and he has a very dusty mentality. He said that black women with white men was disgusting to him, and he thought it was a betrayal. He said black men with white women, he did not feel like it was.
So
he didn't feel like it was bad.
I'm not surprised.
But
So there you have it.
He doesn't, as far as I know. I've never seen him with a white woman. He said he's not
There
attracted to them.
you
But
he
have
sees
it.
no issue with that though.
yeah, he
Right.
did not see an issue with it, it shocked me. It really
Yeah,
did shock me.
but yeah, check this out, the Black Audacity. You don't have to ask him shit. Your life is not his business. He's 22 years old. He's a grown fucking man
Exactly.
at this point. You don't have to tell him nothing. You don't need his permission or anything.
Right. He doesn't even live with me. It shocked me that he said that. But
Yeah.
I would not bring a man around him. A man of non-black status, or I mean, that is not black around him at this point until.
Where is his father?
His father was murdered when he was 2 months.
By another black man, correct?
Yes.
There it is. It always stemmed back to that goddamn dusty mentality. It just, if you talk long enough, at the end of the fucking day, it's going to be because of some motherfucking nigga done said some shit, did some shit, withheld some shit, whatever. It's always at the bottom of the pan, y'all, and you'll find that every fucking time.
But he said white men are disgusting, but it was a black man the reason he doesn't have a father. You see how they think?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Milwaukee is very violent. So I know so many mothers that have whose children have lost fathers due to murder. It's very common here.
Yeah, Milwaukee is a hot ass mess. It is.
Yeah, it's baby Chicago, as we call it. But thank you, Divested Ellis. I appreciate you. I'm so glad I found your channel. I just feel like I'm like in a culture shock though for the last 6 months trying to figure out my life. Like I took my 10-year-old. I've been taking my 10-year-old daughter to these marches since she was like 7. I just feel horrible. We've been having our t-shirts on and our signs.
Don't do that again.
Poor baby. Poor baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Take her to get pedicures and stuff like that. And you got time since she's only 10 to reprogram that and keep motherfuckers out her ear so that
it seems like the time she's investing in her son, she needs to be investing in her daughter. Stop having conversations with your son and start babying your daughter and treating her like the diva and princess that she is.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, she's definitely, other than those marches, my daughter is highly spoiled. But I won't be going to any more marches. I won't be putting up my Black Lives Matter. I had a Black Lives Matter flag that was on I was just really, really a big mammy.
I'm glad you did a turnaround. That is wonderful to hear. That is music to my fucking ears. If you could get some black women away from that shit, I'm all fucking for it, 150%. I'm glad you came up.
I tried to talk to my cousins and they started bringing up the Willie Lynch letters and how the
That's
black
the
man is
thing, the
getting
Black
kept down
Audacity.
and
This
You
is
not
why
gonna get anything different from those folk. You're gonna get the same shit. It's cookie cutter bullshit.
okay.
Somebody looking for change for a 10. You
I'm
better put
sorry, I'm at
yourself
work.
on mute.
There you go. I'll put my phone on mute. Hold on.
All right. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'm gonna continue listening to your show, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
You're
Peace
welcome.
out. Don't work too hard. So, anybody else need some more motherfucking smoke? Cause I'm here. I don't be up here past 2 goddamn hours, y'all. I don't. So I got time today, right, ladies? This is not it. This is not it. If you don't know the deal at this point, you just not gonna get it. There is a woman somewhere right now that has a 15-year-old daughter, has a 10-year-old daughter, or whatever. Maybe her daughters, when they hit 18, will get it. But the ones that still want to, clap back and not all and all that shit, you're gonna have to just wash your hands of them and let them go ahead and let the Dusties clap them, because they're gonna get what they're looking for. Y'all have to stop every time they have an emergency off of some shit they know they shouldn't have been doing, donating to GoFundMe's because little Ray done shot him in the calf and all this shit. The daddy ain't there. We don't know how we gonna pay grocery bill. We don't listen. If she already knew, look at her social media history and see what she was saying. If anybody was telling her, hey, he ain't it, that ain't it, she knew. She's gonna come to you to clean up the mess. She's not going to ask them. And once you clean up her mess and she's back being pretty and being regular, she's going to go right back the fuck over there. Period. They are not your issue. They're not. Let me go ahead and share the link again and see if anybody want any smoke. If not, then shit, I'm headed up off this bitch.
Okay.
Oh, somebody shared the link already. Somebody in the back talking about I love DZ. I know you got to be ashy. I know you dustier than a motherfucker. Let's go. I love DZ. Are you dusty?
I'm a black man, okay?
Oh,
Okay,
my
so
God. Nigga, Lord have mercy.
No.
Come up here every week. Every week he be waiting on you, DZ. Every damn week he waits on you.
So the answer is yes, then, right?
Well, I'm not dusty. I'm a black man.
You are dusty.
You are dusty. Yes, you are.
I'm not dusty.
You got dusty.
Yes, you are.
Very
Yes, you are.
dusty. You're
ladies,
You
very
dusty with a posh accent. Yes, you are. You are dusty with a posh accent.
Ladies,
yes, you
I'd like
are.
you to address me respectfully, okay?
Who the fuck
no,
are you supposed
I
to
got
be?
it. I got it, y'all. He said he want to be addressed respectfully. Mr. Dusty, listen, why are you here? What is your smoke? So you can hurry up and get your ass handed to you and you can get back to creating more dust. So Mr. Dusty, what?
Right, okay. I look, you why do you have to keep talking about us in a negative?
I'm going to talk about you next Tuesday. Next
Okay.
Tuesday, I'm going to talk about you again.
And
I said, hey, Mr. Dusty. I said in the very beginning of the creation of this channel, once you got tired of hearing me dragging the Black community and asking Black women to divest, it's going to be time for you to go. I use various stories from various different times and recent media coverage to present receipts to women that need to see them so that they can have reason right in front of them to divest. So when you come back here next Tuesday, I'm going to be saying the same shit, and you know this.
Well,
so why are you asking me this?
Why do you keep pulling out all these extreme cases?
I am not pulling out extreme cases. I'm not pulling out extreme cases, sir. Ain't nothing extreme about what I'm doing. That means you have to go to. Hey, goddamn it! Don't interrupt me. I said that you would have to tell New York Post to stop putting your shit up. You have to tell ABC, NBC, and all the other news outlets that they are being extreme when they show your shit. So, are we all extreme or what?
Well, they've got an agenda, okay?
No, they don't.
No,
No, they don't.
They do have an.
Which one of the stories was false, though? Can you explain that? Which one of the stories was false?
Well, but I mean, they do sort of selective.
Which one of the stories was false?
They do selective
No,
reporting.
I'm not asking you what you think.
Answer a question.
Which one of the stories was false?
Well, I mean, look.
No. Which one was false?
None of it.
Okay.
None of the stories are false.
Okay, so what's your
exactly?
What I'm saying,
so it's safe to say that no lies are being told here, correct?
But what I'm saying is,
it's safe to say that no lies are being told here, correct? Yes or no?
No lies are being told.
That's what. Okay, exactly. So don't keep asking us every week or every other smoke night why we keep talking about you when you keep providing the material for us to talk about. Correct?
Well, there are also.
If they didn't do what they did, would we have anything to talk about every week?
I mean, that's cool, but there are so many positive cases and opposing cases that you can talk.
Okay, so we're back to the other people do it too. So we're back to the other people do it too, right?
Other people build libraries too, nigga.
Right. Okay. Look, if you're gonna, nobody now is against your divestment. You're free to divest.
You are against it. You are against it.
The thing of it is, the fact that you think we need your permission to do that. We don't need your permission for that.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not what we're talking about. Nobody needs anyone's permission. Not in this day and age. You don't. But
we don't need your support either. So why are you here? Just to tell us you agree?
Talk more about the your destination communities. You know.
No, I don't need. You don't tell me what the fuck to talk about. I will talk about you whenever the fuck I feel like it. Do you understand that? Do you understand that I will talk about you whenever the fuck I feel like it? Do you understand that?
Well, and then I'll get involved. I'll inject.
Okay, you can try to get involved. The only reason you're here is because the host was generous enough to allow you to speak.
Well, she has to.
She don't have to do shit. What, are you smoking crack? She don't have to do shit. Are you for real?
Well, in which case,
nobody. Oh, see, that's that black man entitlement coming out.
What I'm saying,
that's that entitlement coming out. So now you're showing us you are dusty, right?
Can you hear me out? Can you hear me?
You are dusty, and you just proved it.
Can you just hear me out? She's got to. Well, I would expect
black women being killed every 5.5 hours is extreme.
Okay, Miss Jean. Let's hear him out like he's about to tell us something important.
All right, babe.
Okay, if she's fair and balanced in her approach, then
I'm not fair and balanced. No. See, let me get this, y'all. I'm not fair and balanced. That's those other bitches. They actually use the words fair and balanced. I'm not. I'm for black women and black women alone, and I'm not talking about on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's 7 days a week. I'm not interested in being fair and balanced. Anything else?
What look, you're a divested. I mean, everything you say about yourself and your family is true. You're fully divested, okay? Mm-hmm. And I think what I wonder about is your emotional passion.
The problem is this.
The emotional passion.
Listen. I would. Hey, motherfucker! I'm trying to be nice to your stupid ass. Now, don't talk when I'm talking. I wouldn't have to be this passionate if way back in the day when the Big Bang fucking happened that you motherfuckers was passionate about your women. The fact of the matter is you're not, never have been, and never will be. I'm interested in the safety of black women, so they have to get away from y'all funky ass. That's what it is.
Listen
to I'm passionate about being able to pump my goddamn gas without one of you motherfuckers trying to talk shit at me while I'm trying to pump my own gas. I can't even walk my own streets in peace. I can't shop in peace. I can't do shit in peace. And yeah, I'm passionate about that. Wouldn't you say I have a right to be?
Well,
I am harassed by you nigglets all day, every day while I'm out doing something. Do I not have the right to speak on my personal experiences as a black woman dealing with this shit in America? Do I have the right to do that?
Well, America is a peculiar society, okay?
Well, no, ain't no peculiar society. I'm talking about what I'm dealing with. Do I not have the right to do that, right? because divested or not, I am an American citizen who happens to be Black. Can I speak from that perspective? Can I do that?
Well, absolutely. You.
Okay, all right then. Well, why do you keep asking the same fucking question?
You ask
you
this
already
shit
know.
every fucking week. You ask the same shit. Why you keep talking about this? Why don't you stop clicking the link? You know what you're gonna hear. You know what you're gonna hear. I haven't hacked into your device and made you come here. You brought your funky ass here because you wanted to. Well, DZ, what?
DZ, listen, right? I believe. I mean, you have a platform. You're having all these discussions, etc. But sometimes people like myself are gonna inject ourselves in and then give you a different perspective.
It's easy to get you off of here.
If
you don't have anything to say that is different than what you said last time I was here, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Now, do you have anything other than a question about why we're talking about Black males? Go.
The thing is, he's playing dumb, and that's what's pissing me off.
No, baby, he is dumb for real.
He calls to other. He calls into other channels with this same shit. This is not the only channel he does this on. So I hear him all the time. That's why I say it's stupid. You're disingenuous. Well, I hear you all the time. Calling around to all these shows asking the same fucking question. You don't just call over here. You call several divested women's channels when they have open panels to ask the same stupid ass questions that you already know.
Because he obsessed. He obsessed. He won't go do nothing productive. He obsessed with divested women.
Spot a flip flop.
But I'll tell you what. You're looking to divest, which is fine. But I think, the emphasis.
The point is, why are you here? Why do you show up here to hear what we have to say? Why are you here?
The emphasis is always on the extreme negativity. You got to be.
Why are you here then? I'm not listening to anything that I do not agree with that does not feed my spirit. Why are you here?
Black women are congregated here having a discussion.
Okay, well, what the fuck does that have to do with you, Black women?
Why not?
So you a Black woman? You're a Black woman then? Because you see, there's nothing but Black women here.
Oh, I could have sworn he said he was married.
I'm invested in Black women. So
why aren't you married?
I'm invested.
Aren't you married?
I am invested in Black women.
Aren't you married?
This is Sparta!
Yes.
I'm bored stiff.
Yes.
I'm bored.
I love that. I
mean, I couldn't get no more bored. But DZ, you talking about Black men. Black women are congregated here. If you don't get your stupid ass from over here, boy, go find something else to do. There's nothing y'all can do to get rid of these stats. So what you come over here to do is deflect. And I don't take too kindly to that. You don't know how to answer questions. You come over here trying to give commands. You don't rule anywhere. That it includes this platform. There's not a place on earth that you run, and that includes all of the countries in Africa. There's somebody feeding your citizens from other countries there too. It is what it is. Don't you ever think on your 4C bell pepper nose life that you can bring your ass over here and tell me what to do. I'm the last person you can tell what to do. Fair and balanced, not interested. Not fucking interested. Nobody has been fair or balanced with Black women. They call us everything but the child of God. You're not going to get fair and balanced over here. What you're scared of is somebody that you know hearing the goddamn message and then putting your ass up on the curb. It is what it is. Going once, going twice. T Queen.
You see how cracking up that you using that motherfucking Michael Jackson description.
Oh my God, Michael Jackson description.
Okay. So, T Queen, are you dusty?
Oh my God.
T Queen, are you dusty?
Oh.
Going once, going twice. And your ass is out of here, T Queen. Have a great weekend. Okay, Serenity and Divestment, welcome to the panel. I'm sure you're not Dusty unless you a clone account.
No, I came on to say when they come up here trying to prove their point or do their point of view, what they're not understanding is we already heard their point of view for thousands of years.
That's
And we
right.
don't give a fuck. And to respond to the extreme, place me on the far side of extreme. I'm fucking extreme.
Period.
Don't care. I'm getting down now.
All right, thank you, Serenity, for coming up. Goddess G, I know you not Dusty. So what's happening?
No, ma'am. How y'all doing?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to come up because after that last Dusty just came up here, it forever bothers me how they deflect from things that are so serious. Like we're talking about people losing their lives and he's mad about how we present it. Like whether I tell you with a smile on my face or whether I tell you with tears in my eyes, Black women are being murdered, girls are being murdered. And if he truly cares about how we're presenting to the world, in the last 24 hours, one of these reality TV stars, Royce Reed, her 12-year-old Black dusty son was not supposed to be around children. She had him around her boyfriend's child, and her son had that boy perform a sexual act.
Wait. What?
Hold on, who is that?
Wait, I'm confused. Start from the top. What the fuck is going on here?
This woman
from Basketball Wives?
This woman who's on Basketball Wives, she has a 12-year-old son, and she her son wasn't supposed to be around other children. Well, she started dating this guy. This guy had a son. I believe it was at her house, and her son made that child perform a sex act on him. So she just turned herself in for child neglect. She knew her son was dusty, didn't care about how he would abuse, use, and hurt other children.
That was what I was saying earlier. Like
but who is it though?
She's a reality TV star. She was on Basketball Wives for I think like 1 or 2 seasons.
Oh,
and
I'm over
she's
here Googling.
definitely a
Is it
mammy.
Royce Reed?
Girl,
Yes.
I'm like, shit, who I know the show, but there's so many bitches on there. I don't know.
Well, she was,
was
she had a bad perm. She was in like the first and second season.
She talking
Dark
about
hair girl.
Royce. She talking about
Yes.
Royce.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I ain't
So
watched that shit
if
in
I'm
so
hearing
long.
this correct, let me know if I'm hearing this correct. The little boy, the 12-year-old boy, made another child perform a sex act on him.
Yes, under her roof, and she just had to turn herself in for child neglect.
But they kids, DZ, they kids. You so motherfucking mean. If you don't care about kids, you evil. Hey, you know who I'm talking to, bitch. I heard you say that shit, but guess what? They just kids. Remember that kid, that dusty kid, he was trying to get his rocks off. I expect you to go live, conservative, and say something about that shit with your stupid ass. God damn.
You can bet you won't hear anything about that from the other side. I promise you won't.
Oh my God. So are they gonna charge her with a felony? They need to.
They should, because she had the responsibility to protect that child, knowing that her son was a predator. And the thing is, he got caught previously, which is why she knew and still didn't warn her boyfriend, hey, maybe your child is not safe around my child.
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. It's a lot of, when I say us, I really mean the mammies like that will set these kids up to be in these situations. You already know exactly how your father, your uncle, your brother, your son, you already know how a lot of these motherfuckers are. You will still put other kids around them and let them be victimized by these motherfuckers. A lot of these women do need to be in jail. I said that.
I agree.
I mean,
100%.
These bitches need to be in jail with these niggas. I promise they do.
Okay.
My
her
fucking
and
stomach is
her
turning.
brats be locked up.
My God, my stomach is turning.
Oh.
He's 12. And then we catch hell when we say, hey, all. I told y'all when we did that They Just Kids live around middle school, that motherfucker's gonna start showing signs of dust. Didn't we say that shit?
Yep.
12 is middle school. I am disgusted. I'm fucking disgusted. Isn't that child's father, Dwight Howard?
Yep.
I can't. I can't. Hashtag all. Oh boy, I'm done. T Queen, I'm gonna ask you again. Are you dusty? T Queen. T Queen, are you dusty? Yeah, I think you might be dusty. Let me go ahead and ban you because you keep trying to come back. Oh my God, the obsession is real. Just ask me out on a date for God's sakes. I'm gonna tell you no, but fuck. Hey Kyra, welcome back.
Hey, hey DZ, hey ladies. I wanted to add what you were talking about with that Royce situation. The ugly, nasty truth is those mammies, they don't love their sons like the way they claim they do. Think about it. She knew her son had an issue, but she cared more about her wet coochie than preventing him from catching a case. But, you know, she loves her son. They love their sons, but they really care more about their wet coochies.
Well, my thing is all get your ass away from these folks, y'all. Here's the deal. We started this shit out by talking about Nicki Minaj, and then we went to the Dusties of the past that abandoned the community in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Y'all are late to the party yet again. Y'all should have let them leave because there was nothing for you to keep. Even when they go to other communities, they're no better. They're no better. Those women are being left at 92% single moms. Those women they're getting HIV on the rise, so on and so forth. All the shit that happened to you is happening to them. They try to tell you that you were the problem. Okay? You're not the problem. The only time that you become the problem is when you fail to admit that there is a problem and where that problem lies. And that's in your sons. Let me go ahead and share this with y'all, and then I'm going to get up out of here.
Okay.
When they leave your community, they're no better. Okay?
The Kern County grand jury indicted Trezell and Jacqueline West.
We have two small boys that we believe are no longer here that are dead. It's the murder of two innocent children.
For the murder of Orrin and Orson West.
And there will not be a resolution until these boys are brought home.
There will be justice.
Y'all, I hope you saw the couple. Okay? Let me try to pause it on their face. Oh, actually, let me just go ahead and go for it because I'm not going to make y'all watch this whole fucking thing. This is the couple. Right here, he's left the community. But since he's such a sadist, he looked back and her and him adopted two boys. At that press conference that you're seeing right there, those boys had been dead for 3 months already.
Oh my God.
3 months. Then he decides to go ahead and call the cops. Ladies, you're not missing anything when you don't have them. Point blank, period. You're not missing anything. Unless you're a glutton for punishment, which I suspect some of you are, you're not missing anything. They are who they are. They're not going to perform any better in any other community because they leave you. My question is, what you jealous of? I notice a lot of women still get triggered when they see black men with other groups of women. What I see when I see that is another black woman that was not murdered because the man left the community. You have to come up off of this bullshit, y'all. And like I told Mr. Dusty, I'm going to be talking about this shit until Google says, hey, you're going to have to knock this shit off. You're not going to do this anymore. Okay? You're done. Get the fuck up off of our platform. And then I'll go. But not a moment before then. I have sisters. I have nieces. I have people in this room right now on this platform that I care about. And it would hurt to no end to see you guys get fucked up in the game. And it's going to be especially sad if you knew. Leave. Y'all see how high these gas prices are getting. You see the fluctuation in food prices. You see the scarcity. I have not seen grocery stores look like this. And it's been since there was a hurricane when we were in Florida and people were hoarding stuff because a hurricane was coming. The grocery stores are looking like that on a regular fucking basis now.
Mm-hmm.
As these people get more and more hungry, they're going to get more and more violent. And since they like to use the proximity shit and say that they fuck up people that's nearer to them, if you're near them, you up on the menu, sis. Point blank, period. This is not, it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. Okay. These prices are not projected to go down anytime soon. There has to be a stop in conflict. And then they're going to be stable at this high ass rate until we go ahead and get shit back together. So there's no end right now. Get your ass away from these niggas. If you see motherfuckers in your area, they're not supposed to be there, call the law. Maybe they can do like Ryan did and cooperate. And if they're supposed to be there, it's like, oh, well, okay. But don't take any chances with these motherfuckers because it can be the difference between your mama talking to you tomorrow or her calling a funeral home on your ass tomorrow. It is what it is. Any motherfucking way. I'm fixing to get the fuck up off of here. I love y'all to pieces. Y'all know how to reach me. I'm going to see the ladies in the Discord. And that's what's up, y'all. Peace.
Peace, baby.
Bye.
Howdy,
Bye-bye,
5,000 G.
Okay, bye-bye, loves. My girl.